Welcome to the eLibrary Learning Series. This is the second of two sessions describing librarian features available through the IMF library. There are two main areas where specific functionality and content have been prepared for the librarian. The first is visible from the homepage, and the second is from a new URL to our brand new AMS, or Account Management System. This session will focus on librarian eLibrary administration through the AMS. To do this, you will need to use a different URL. The URL is A as in Apple, M as in Mary, S as in Sam, .elibrary.imf.org, or simply insert an AMS and a dot just before the elibrary.imf.org. You will be required to sign into this administration site. The main access user ID credentials that were established when your subscription was set up are the same credentials for the account management system. To sign in, use the login via SSO button. SSO is the single sign-on capability that was introduced earlier. It allows users to move freely between all of the various component sites that make up the IMF library family of products. To log in, put in your user ID and password. If you don't remember your password, use the Forgot Password link. Further details on how to log into the library can be found in the eLibrary Learning Series video on logging in. Once logged in, you will be presented with the AMS dashboard page. Please note that within the AMS, you will be able to download your Counter 3 and Counter 4 reports, upload your organizational logo, and view your account data. If you have any issues or would like to change any of your contact information, the customer services phone and fax numbers, the email address, and Contact Us form all can be accessed from this dashboard. You will know that you are in the right dashboard because the name of your organization will be displayed right at the top of the page. Just below that are 5 additional tabs. Let's take a look at the one labeled Subscriptions. This is the subscription review page. From here, you will be able to examine each of your subscriptions to the eLibrary. If you have more than one subscription for your institution, you may choose to use the filters to narrow down your search. To use these filters, click on the down arrow and scroll through the options available and select the appropriate filter. Once the filter criteria has been selected, place a date range. The system will keep track of your subscription history. Enter the start and end dates for the period under review. You may also add multiple filters by clicking on the Add Row text. This will continue to refine your search to the subscription that is most important to you. To remove filter rows, click on the Remove text at the end of the row you wish to remove. To hide or show all filters, click on the Hide Filters text just above the filters. Once you have set your filters, click on the Go button, and the results of your query will be displayed below the heading row of the display. You may expand or reduce the number of resulting rows that are visible by selecting the number of rows to display found at the far right of the page. If you have any problems with what is being displayed, how to use this feature, or with the subscription itself, please contact Customer Services. The next tab is entitled Details. Here, the account details that have been entered or have been supplied when your account was set up are displayed. The details in the external ID gray box are generated when your subscription was established and are read-only, as are the name of your institution, the URL, and the sector. The logo can be uploaded. However, the other details like longitude and latitude are defined when your account is set up and can only be changed by the IMF Customer Services. Below the institutional information is a display of the open URL information. To edit the uploaded logo and the open URL information, click on the Edit Account Details button in the upper right corner of the page. Once clicked, you will be able to browse your local file system for the institutional logo you would like to see displayed on the front end of the eLibrary. Please use standard graphic file extensions like JPEG. The recommended size of the logo to upload is 300 in width by 70 in height on a white background. Look on the For Librarians page for any additional details regarding the size of the logo. The Account Details page also offers the ability to tie your institutional link resolver capability into the IMF library. This will allow your users to leverage all of the subscriptions to which your institution belongs. For example, if you do a search on working papers and select a paper to review, you move down to the reference section and see that this paper references a journal that is part of your library system. By clicking on this link, or one similar, your user will have direct access to that publication through your library's subscription to that journal. To set this up, you have to know a few details about the open URL that is used at your institution. In the Open URL Information section of the Details page, enter in your institution's Open URL Resolver URL. From the drop-down, select the Open URL version. From the next drop-down, select the Open URL metadata. Finally, enter in the URL of the Open URL icon. Many times there are small, medium, and large versions available. What you see here is the medium-sized image for this particular URL Resolver icon button. Depending on how you would like to present these links, you may have to experiment with the different sizes available to obtain the presentation you would like for your users. Once all of the information has been entered or changed, click on Save. If you would like to return to the previous page and not save any of the changes made, click on the Cancel text. The next tab, Contact, displays a read-only list of contacts provided when your account was first established, unless updated by more recent information. You will see the primary contact or contacts. Below that, you will see other contacts, and below that you will see any account members. To see greater details regarding your contact information, please click on the View text to the right of the Contact row. This section will open up a new window displaying the full contact details supplied for this contact. If any of this information needs to be changed, please contact Customer Services. The next tab is entitled Credentials. This is a read-only page as well. On this page, you will find the IP address or range of IP addresses you supplied to set up or update your account. Also displayed, if relevant, would be excluded IP addresses, any referring URLs, or available usernames. The username of your account will be displayed, and this is an open link that will take you back to the account details page. If any of this information is incorrect, please contact IMF Customer Services. The final tab in the AMS is called Reports. It is under this tab that you will be able to pull your Counter 3 and Counter 4 reports. In January 2014, the IMF implemented Counter 4 reporting. We have also retained the Counter 3 reporting history back to 2013. For both Counter 3 and 4 reporting, there are several report formats available. You see HTML. This will return the report results directly to your computer screen. You also see TSV or tab-separated values and CSV or comma-separated values are available. Clicking on any of these formats will run the report and present the report in the selected format, CSV or TSV, for download, or HTML for viewing. Selecting a format under a particular year label will produce a report for that full year. So for a completed year, a full year's worth of data will be delivered. For other years that are still in progress, the year-to-date data will be returned. If you would like to create a report that spans multiple periods or includes the current month-to-date content, then you must click on Run Custom Report. When you click on the Run Custom Report button, you will be able to select the desired format, define the month and year of the start date, and define the month and year of the end date. Once that criteria has been entered, click on the Run Report button to generate your report. The report will be delivered for your use. To leave the AMS, click on Log Out. However, your access will carry over to the main eLibrary, and you may wish to continue to use all the features of the IMF eLibrary, including access to your personalized space. Please notice the new logo that was added and is now displayed on the front end of your IMF eLibrary. This concludes the session on eLibrary administration via the Account Management System. Please view the IMF eLibrary Learning Series video on features available to librarians through the front end of this site. Thank you for using these librarian features.